attracting USP, or what I call unique value proposition for your real estate business, and the actual formula. Okay, so kind of diving into this specific topic, there is a very important formula that you follow to make sure it's the right unique value proposition for your business. All right. So first thing, if you're going to create a unique value proposition, it's not going to happen by accident. Okay. And it's worth thinking through this in detail. All right. So the first step is choose your target market. Okay. So start thinking through what your target market is. Now, I suggest that you start off actually creating one that's more general, a lot like I showed you what we did for our brokerage. Very, very important. But also, once you've done that, then you want to start thinking about the different niches you're going after: buyer, seller, luxury, for sale by owner, expired, things that speak to the needs of the niche that you're going after. So that's important. Also, too, you want to choose exactly what you're doing, what you're going to offer to help them. Okay, start thinking through all the different things, and I'm going to give you a ton of examples of some very unique things that our clients offer, and actually want to really get them at the end of the day, make a phone call or put in an inquiry in your marketing piece. It creates a strong call to action. So that's why we call it an offer. All right. Next, what you want to do from there is really think about what you're willing to put your name behind. Okay. And I know sometimes when you're creating unique value proposition, some of these can make you gulp a little bit. Okay. And what I mean by that is like, you'll see some agents have very, very bold, unique value propositions. So like if I don't sell your house in X amount of days, I'll buy it. Right. And so it's just important that something that when you're really thinking through your unique value proposition, it's something that you don't want to play it too safe here, right? But you don't want to go so far out there that you just don't feel comfortable with it. Marketing sometimes is edgy, where you have to be willing to ride that line that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but also protects you, okay, in the event that a homeowner isn't willing to agree with you. And we're going to have a whole video to go over addendums, okay, the addendum process when you're using a unique value proposition, but also put safeguards in there where if you have a homeowner that's not cooperating or not willing to price the house where it needs to be able to sell that, you really don't need to feel like you have to continue to guarantee a certain level of service or certain offers or unique value that you're able to bring, right? So it's a fair expectation. The other thing that's nice about unique value propositions is it puts you on equal ground to have a discussion around expectations. Because at the end of the day, if you and your homeowner are not on the same page, then it creates a problem from the very beginning anyway, right? So that's important. So let's get into the actual formula. So step number one of the formula is you want to make sure that it's very powerful. It's a very powerful UVP. It's crystal clear. That's extremely important. And so think about the niches that you can target, whether it be construction, whether it be specific geographical locations, whether it be a type of buyer or seller. Okay, that's really, really important to think through. Also, too, I put a list here together of some popular niches that I've developed unique value propositions for. If you're thinking about niching, the ones that I've made millions and millions of dollars with in real estate for me personally have been expired listings and actually for sale by owners. I've gotten into a few other ones. So recently I'm getting into probate, but those have been my niches. So after I made the generic one, the one that I promote in all of my marketing, when I've chosen to drill down and create unique value propositions to go after specific niches, I've chosen to go after expireds and for sale by owners, and I'm getting into probate now. Okay, so you gotta make sure you really think through your niche. Okay, the next one is step number two is after you've chosen a specific buyer or seller type of target, the next step is to choose exactly what you're selling. All right, what your offer is going to be. Okay, so I have 11 different ideas here for you, okay, to start thinking through and thinking about. I'm going to go through these rapid fire pretty quickly here, and then what I'm also going to do is I've actually created a flyer, so everyone knows I actually have flyers for each one of these. So don't feel like if I'm going really quick, you're not going to have anything to back it up. I'm actually, in my next video, I'm going to show you the flyers that you can download and kind of make your own. Okay. So first thing is, to think about is your knowledge and skills, your experience and your stories. Make sure your personality's in there, right? Your demographic, and any sort of expertise that you can really promote. Maybe if you wrote a book or anything that you can give away, right, are all things that you kind of want to think about in this process, right? Is there free reports? Is there educational videos? Do you have anything that is of value that you can give away? All right, those are all things to think about. So I want to talk about listing-based UVPs. All right, I'm going to really hone in on that. The one that I love, and it depends on your market. You want to make sure you look at your local laws, but your certified pre-owned, your certified pre-owned home program, something that is a very, very powerful, unique value proposition. I'm going to have all of these laid out, and essentially what you do is you have a pre-listing inspection that's a part of that, and then a 1-year home warranty. There's a lot of companies that you can partner with to get those home warranties. Very powerful, unique value proposition that you can offer, and you can do it very inexpensively. So the next one is one of my favorites. I call it the Smart Seller Program. This unique value proposition offers a flexible commission, no upfront fees. Now, of course, most realtors don't charge upfront fees, but here's the deal. The average homeowner doesn't know that. So if you put that, it's very, very important you put that up front. Cancel anytime, and no buyer negotiation pressure, and free staging. So this is one of the most popular ones that I used to use in the for sale by owner niche, okay, with my team. I love this one. Very powerful. Next one is the Coming Soon. Your Coming Soon program is a very powerful, unique value proposition. And I'm going to have this laid out on a flyer. And this is also important because I know that the laws are a little bit different depending on the area that you do business in. So make sure you check with how this make sure you're adapting and adopting the best practices for your Coming Soon program that match up with your local laws. Okay, very important. But at the end of the day, it's exactly what it sounds like, where you have a period of time that you're marketing the home, you're building that urgency up for them to want to see the home, and then you have tons of action. So there's been times that I've done a Coming Soon home program for a property that I was flipping personally, and by the time that I was ready to open it up, the first day that I had an open house, when I let them see him, I got flooded with like 50 to 60 people coming to look at the property. And it drives so much urgency, and you get you get an amazing offer. So when you present this as an option, as a unique value, you don't think that if you present this to to a homeowner that they're not going to find that attractive, because most agents aren't talking about this stuff, right? And that's the power of it. So the other thing is a 1-day listing contract program. So this is not one of my favorites, but if you have a hot house that you know that you can get an offer within like 24 to 48 hours, what you can do is you can say, look, give me the listing for a day. Let me show you you got to give me a chance to get it up and running, get it marketed, but a full 24 to 48 hours of marketing this, and watch what type of business I can attract, how many offers I can attract. And sometimes I combine a Coming Soon with a 1-day listing, where I'll say, hey, look, what I want to do is get prepared for a week, and then just give me one day or a couple of days to put it on the market and watch what I do for you. And so if you have somebody who's skeptical, like about long-term contracts, or a for sale by owner that is like, they're kind of on the fence, this is a really good way to land a listing. And what will happen is you're going to create so much buzz, you're going to get some buyer leads off of it. There's very little risk on your part. And in most cases, if it's a good property, If it's a property you don't think is you can market properly to get an offer quick, then don't do it. But if it's a good property, this is a great program. Okay, so and we'll lay out in more detail again on these flyers on how to execute these. So, but the other one is a VIP seller program. I love this for like luxury listings. Okay, higher end homes. It's just basically a flyer that you draw up, and it lists out all the things that you do special for somebody who you consider VIP. This is a great way also in certain markets to get more than 6%, particularly if you're marketing a luxury listing. So, again, these are all things that you might already do, but remember, from a marketing standpoint, the homeowner doesn't know what you do. So when you turn it in the form of a marketing piece, and you present it as a unique value in like a specialized program, most agents aren't doing this kind of thing. So they don't have these beautiful handouts that you're giving them, right? And when you're competing against other agents, it's going to help you separate yourself by having these programs in place. All right. And any other unique services that you can think of. So, for one example is one of my clients actually will offer to pay for a certain amount, up to a certain amount of dollars. They went out and negotiated with a painting contractor, and they'll actually go in and do painting and cover the cost up front, all right, as part of unique value proposition, and they can pay it back at closing as a unique value proposition. So that's just a couple examples of services. Maybe you have a connection with a moving truck that's willing to offer a certain discount. Like you have a home services guarantee or a home services program, right? So we are connected with so many different home services that one of the things we go in with to provide unique value is we'll hand them a flyer that says, here's all the home service companies as you're going through getting ready to sell your home. I pre-negotiated rates, and that you can trust working with these people, where you get access to these home service providers by working with me directly. That has a lot of power to it, right? So performance guarantees, anytime doing a performance guarantee, usually you're going to get great results because you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're very confident. It shows you're confident in your ability. So different types of home of performance guarantee would be, if I don't sell your home in a certain amount of time, right? If I don't sell your home in a certain amount of time, then I'll pay you, or you get we can part ways, or I'll sell it for free. There's a mortgage guarantee, right? That one's pretty bold. I've never personally used that one before. I don't have experience with it, but I know some of my clients do. If I don't sell your home in 39 days, I'll pay for your mortgage until I do, right? That's a pretty bold statement, right? Now, here's the thing. Remember, if you're like, wow, these performance guarantees are strong. Like, what if it doesn't happen? You don't want to take on the listing if you don't feel confident that they're going to follow your plan. So, for example, you're going to have it in the addendum saying, we have to agree to price. If I'm going to offer these guarantees, we have to agree to a price, and you have to stage your home a certain way, and a few other different things. Otherwise, the guarantee is null and void because you know what it takes to sell a home, right? And if they're not willing to align with that, then you don't have to offer these guarantees, and that's what's really cool about these type of programs. So, I'll buy your home guarantee is another very popular one. I think we see that all over, right? So hopefully your mind's starting to go now. You're starting to think about, what do I feel comfortable offering? What matches my core values, right? And again, once you've kind of identified what works for you, just as a recap, I know I'm a little bit repetitive here, but it's really important, is you want to have, kind of your catch-all unique value proposition that you're marketing at the front of your brand that matches your business plan and your core values. And then you want to have very specific ones for different types of niches. Okay, that's the key here. And you make sure there's restrictions. You think through the restrictions. The beautiful thing is I have all the documents laid out here for you, so you can show your attorney or show whoever you want to make sure that the restrictions are done the right way. And when you do an addendum to the contract, that it matches what you're allowed to do in your market. Very, very important. Okay. So there's statistical guarantees you can offer. I'm not really big on this one, but A couple examples are, look, I'll sell your home for an average of $3,000 more when you list with me, right? So if you're feeling, again, you might want to be careful when you pull these ones out, when you don't. But so and you can see the other examples here on the screen that that will work. All right. So all powerful stuff. I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to go over basically how to actually get these integrated into your business in the next video, and hope you have a great rest of the day.